What's up, kids? This is your boy Rave. You are in for a treat because today we're going to do an unboxing and a review of the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. Look at that thing, man. That thing is gorgeous. Alright, let's just tear right into it, man. Like I said, people like unboxing videos. I don't know why. To me, it's like cuckold porn, right? I like to watch my girl get hammered by other guys. What else do you like? I like watching people unbox stuff. Alright, so it's kind of like that. Anyway, this is what you get when you open the box. Really cool case, right? Everyone knows that. Let's see what's in here. Paperwork, instructions, all that stuff. Now, we're going to do something new here on the Rave Music channel, Rave Reviews, Rave Podcast, whatever you call it. I'm not going to turn this around because I don't want you guys to see the code on the back. But this is an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, man. I think it's good for about 2 weeks of free Xbox Game Pass. Here's what you got to do. Subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment. That's all. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. RaveX, I hate your guts. Thank you. And I will give this code to you, man. I'll private message you or however you want to do it. This is not used yet, man. Haven't used that. That is Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Free to whoever subscribes, hits the thumbs up, leaves a little comment. Now you've got your book, man. They all come with books. And this book, I don't know why you would even look in that. Just a little bit of information about the controller. Now, I had the Xbox Elite Series 1 controller, which I really liked, man, and I had that controller for a very, very long time. And eventually, the sticks just started to get kind of wonky. You know what I mean? Like, they started to drift a little bit. I couldn't find a fix for it online, so I just took it someplace and got a new one, traded it. They actually tested it, and it worked in the store, but it didn't work for me. So I ended up getting this one. This is the Elite Series 2, man, and I love this. Now, I love Xbox, man. You guys know that. I'm an Xbox die-hard fan till I die, baby. So with this controller, it makes everything different. So if you have games you've been playing, but you haven't played with an Elite controller, go back and play it with the Elite controller, man. It really is a different experience here. Now, here it is. All right, let's open that bad boy up. Ready? Woo, baby, look at that. Look at that. That is so nice, right? Now, I've already got it synced up. So this is what it looks like when you take it out the box. And here you go. All right, get a look at everything. Paddles under there. We're going to go over all the features. Now, the case is really interesting, man, because as you see, you can charge the controller with this little port there. That's for charging, if I can focus. You've got all your different thumbsticks, man. People like the different ones. I really don't care. One of them's a little bit bigger. Same as the Xbox Elite Series 1. You've got a little grip around there. People seem to like that. You can swap out the D-pads, man. Which, this one I like for Street Fighter and stuff when you're doing, you know, the fireball moves. This one's great for any game. These things are metal, just like the Elite Series 1. And they're magnetic, man. They snap right in there like a magnet, right? So, there you go. What I'm using is they give you a concave, sort of really super smooth, glossy stick. I think you get 2 of those. They did something weird where you get 2 pairs of these, which I like. They're good. I guess they're like PlayStation sticks, but fuck PlayStation. This one's a domed stick. It's small. There's a little bit of, there's a little bit of grip on there, as you can see. I like that. And the other one you get is a really long one, which I never use. I don't know why they give you that. Some people like it, if you're a freak. And the other ones are just your standard, smaller grip texture around the sides, Xbox One thumbsticks, which are really good. They also included something new in the Series 2, which is you can tighten the thumbstick tension. You take this tool right here, you put it into this little hole, guys, am I right? Put it in the hole, and you turn it. And what will happen is you will make the thumbstick sort of looser or tighter. Well, you can't make it any looser than it already is, but you can make it a lot tighter. Make the sticks a little bit tighter, right? Some people said that it's a lot more like the 360 controller had tight sticks, but I just like them the way it is. Now, I usually don't use the cross one, like I said, but you do have the power and the ability to choose. I like to use that one right there, man, the round pad. Now, the other thing that's great about this is they finally, after how many years, put texture If you can see that there, this is a rubber texture that goes all around the whole controller. Well, the whole part of the grip controller there, right? I always got the Control Freak grips that kind of go on your controller. You stick them on there and they pad it a little bit. Because I always found the plastic from the Xbox controller, after a while when your hands get sweaty, it starts to dig into your hands, and I really didn't like that. But this is rubber, texturized, kind of like the way these are rubber and texturized. Really cool, man. Like, to me, that's worth the money. Now, this does retail for $180, yeah. But what are you gonna do, man? If you want to play in style, 180 bucks is worth it. If you have a regular Xbox One controller, they'll probably give you 40 bucks for that, so you'll get some money off. Now let's turn it over and see what we got here that's new. First of all, we've got a battery inside there that you cannot take out, which some people like. I'm not crazy about that because I don't know how long it's going to last. I mean, it's not going to die in a year. But after a while, when you keep recharging it and recharging it and recharging it, you will start to lose a little bit of the battery charge, right? Now, they say that this battery, that's internal battery, you can't get at it. You'd have to send it back to Microsoft for them to get into it and change it out. They say 40 hours on a charge. Now, I never play video games for 40 hours straight. I play for about 3 hours and I put it down because I got shit to do. I'm an adult. So anyway, the face buttons here, see, are really good. And some of the things I heard people complain about was that the face buttons were a little stiff, and some people even called them unresponsive. I kind of had that problem too for a while, and I was like, oh, it's broken, I gotta take it back. But it requires a little bit more of a push. Now, the old Xbox controller, you just kind of lightly breathe on it and tap it and it goes. This does require a bit more of a push. Not hard, but you gotta push it, man. And I think they did that for the reason of it's gonna last longer, you know? So it's kind of like better now on the old Xbox One controller, but later those buttons would get all messed up. So this, you know, you got to give it a little bit more pressure, and I think it's going to last in the long run. That's why they do that. And it's already kind of broken in. When I first got it, like I said, I had to kind of bang on that, and then now it just hits whenever I want it to hit. Now, I've been playing Gears of War 5 with this. I want to do a review on Gears of War, but you know, I got too much on my plate right now. So, trigger buttons have a nice texture on them, if you can see. Try to show you that. Right on the trigger, there you go, see that? Right on the trigger has a little slight texture on there, man. I like it, I like the texture. You've also got trigger stops. Now you've got 3. You've got 1, which is, look, I barely have to touch it and I'm going to headshot you with a goddamn shotgun. Put it up to the second one. A little bit more. And of course the third one's full open. So however you want to do it, man. This is really cool that they did that with these little, like, really hard stop trigger locks. Like, look at that, you're barely pushing it to line up some serious sniper shots there. Now you've got the paddles on the back. I always only use 2. You can put other ones in there if you so choose. Like, you can put this one in here. There you go, and it would look like that. I never use this extra one, man. Like, what do I need, you know, 4 paddles for? I don't know. So I always use 2, and that's all I ever use. Now I'm going to cut this off for a second because I actually have Gears of War up on the board there. I'm going to go to turn controller off, and we're just going to show you some of the cool features on this. Now you've got 3 different profiles you can use, right? Boom, you cut it on, there it goes. I'm on the 3rd one. The old controller, it only had 2, right? But if you hit that, that's just a default controller. So it kind of has 4. This is default controller the way it is, no bells and whistles, nothing programmed. That's your first one. For me, it's Call of Duty. Second one, I was playing Dishonored 2. Third one for Gears 5. And what I like to do is I like to make it so that the run is A and then B is your crouch. And I always kind of do that, man, so that when you're running, you don't have to take your hands off the controller, right? Just boom, 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 hit that button under there, you're running. You want to, in Gears, it's the chainsaw thing, right, with the gun. So right there. Also, it's got the 3.5 quarter-inch jack input there. I don't know why they still make that. No one really has that headset anymore, but they still do it. All black on black finish, man, and I really like that sort of gunmetal, dark gunmetal gray there. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but the charging port, which is inside the case, you can see that right there. You just put your controller in there. You feel a little vibrate. It means it's charging. Now, this does use USB-C. Now, I never cared about USB-C. It's got a little door there for charging. And it does come with a really heavy-duty, sturdy, braided cable. Let's check that out. Right there. You see this is pretty long, 10 feet, and that is definitely USB-C. For faster charging, man, like I charge this bad boy up pretty quick, and this cable is wicked long. So there you go. You can put this into your Xbox, plug that in. It doesn't. You don't even have to care about the battery if your battery dies. As long as you're sitting within 10 feet of your TV, you've got a USB-C cable, which is all you need, baby. It's all you need. So again, the weight of this, it's not as heavy as the first one, and I thought that was cool. They lightened it up a little bit. Sticks are really smooth, man. Just, oh, like butter. The stick clicks in there when you click them in. Really good. I'm using the dome stick with the flat sort of concave stick. You've got your menu, your back button. Now for the first time, this is weird. The old button on the Xbox One controller, you had to push it in. This is just a tap. You hear that? Just a tiny little tap. I don't know why they don't do all the buttons that way, just a tiny little tap, you know. The bumpers are really good. It's so slight. You barely have to touch them. You just breathe on those bumpers, man, and they'll do it. And we went over the triggers. Again, the textured grip, the black on black, the paddles underneath, the trigger stops from 1, 2, 3, all that stuff. USB-C, fast charging cable. You got the case, and if you know, you can take this little part out. This is pretty heavy, but it's like a magnet thing. So if you just want to have this on your desk, like that, where you just kind of put it on there, you can do that. But it does sort of magnetically snap back into the case, which is really, really cool. Yep, snaps right in there. All of your accessories, your extra paddles go in there. Everything holds in there pretty solid. You want to wrap up your cable, take it to your buddy's house, put that right in there, man. So there's the box, heavy duty. Now, all you have to do is you go in to the Xbox app. I believe they call it Xbox Accessories app. Now I'm just going to show you that real quick. Okay, so you go in there to your Xbox Accessories app. Where was I? All the way down. And you'll get this. And this is how you program your controller. Now, as you can see, it will have your name. You have to name your controller. I didn't name mine yet. Xbox Elite Wireless Series 2. I've got all of my options there for, you see the first one is COD. Second one just says First Person Shooter RX. Second one, First Person Shooter. The second one, Gears 5 on the third one, baby. Love it. So you hit Configure. And as you see, it imported all of my presets from the Elite Series 1 controller. I didn't have to go back and redo all of these different things here. You've got WWE 18, Watch Dogs, Thief, Syndicate, Splinter Cell, Dishonored, Dead Space 2, Battlefront, Batman, because I'm Batman. And I didn't have to reprogram those, man. It just said, do you want to carry them over? I said, yeah. Go over to what looks like a pencil, and now you're seeing this sort of a new interface for it. You just go over and program any button you want. You just hold the button, a menu would come up, like say A, what you want A to be. So I want A to be A, because I want it to be anything else. But that's what it looks like. You can turn A to left bumper, to right bumper, to whatever you want. There's also a shift button feature, which is kind of overly complicated. You program a button to be a shift button, meaning like maybe a paddle or whatever, where you'd hold down a paddle and it's like holding down the shift key on a keyboard. Once you hold down that paddle, you can then change everything. So let's say you want your bumper buttons to be X and Y for whatever reason. All you do is you'd hold the shift key, which is a paddle, or it can be anything you want, and then your bumper buttons will become X and Y. Kind of weird, but whatever. I don't know. So go over. You can adjust your sticks, as you see here. I always just keep this shit on default, man. I don't care. But you've got delayed, aggressive, instant, smooth. So same as the Xbox One Elite controller. Had the same thing, man. You move it over to sticks, to triggers. Now this feature I really like, because you can have the trigger where you have to go all the way down to the end, but you see it's so fast you probably can't even catch it, right? So if I go like that, boom. You go slow, you see it go down like that. Now I have it so it's halfway is the bottom of the trigger. Now you combine that with those trigger locks you get on the back, and you really just tap the controller and you'll fire. And now you can do one, whatever you want to do. You can come down and you can hit mirror trigger, so they both be the same. Vibration, you can calibrate it. I don't care, it vibrates. But this thing does make a really funny noise when it vibrates. Like I can hear it through my headset. I can hear it outside of my controller like a it's pretty loud. Sounds like a little vibrator, like some chick's getting busy. Don't leave this around your girlfriend, man. She might, you know, shove it up her cooch and just keep pulling the triggers. Brightness of the Xbox logo, who cares? I don't care. And this is a really, really good controller. Now I can tell you, man, this is definitely worth the money. So remember, click like, subscribe, leave a comment, and you too will get Xbox Game Pass Unlimited free 2 weeks from your boy Rave X, man, because I care about y'all. Well, I'm going to have to give this overall a 9 out of 10. Like I said, with the exception of the fact that there's a breaking in process where you really got to hit those buttons, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, man. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me. Click like, subscribe. You want your motherfucking Game Pass, don't you? So I know you'll click like and subscribe. My name's RaveX, man. Go to ravexmusic.bandcamp.com to download. We got podcasts. We got rock songs. We've got tech reviews. We got everything you need, baby. ravexmusic.ravex.com. Enjoy yourself.